So the perfect dessert can top the perfect meal, but when it's hot outside, the last thing you want to do is turn on the oven to bake a batch of cookies or cake. Well, fear not. Our next guest has an easy no-bake solution. Here now is pastry chef and cookbook author Abby Dodge. I love the idea of still having dessert without turning the oven on.
Well, you have to have dessert. Everyone should have dessert.
Abby, this is from one of your cookbooks where you only have 4 ingredients. Pretty easy stuff.
Desserts for today. It's 125 desserts, each one made with only 4 ingredients.
You've made your Nutella brownies here before,
Yes,
which
I
I
have.
pretty much bring everywhere after you made them. Such a great recipe. But this one looks just as simple.
It is. It's essentially the 4 ingredients. We have heavy cream, confectioner's sugar, a crisp cookie. I brought those vanilla wafer kind of
Everyone
guys.
likes those, right?
Yeah, and fresh summer berries. I brought strawberries.
Great.
So those are our 4 ingredients.
Well, show me how to get going.
Okay, first of all, you start with a quart of strawberries. Divide them in half. Puree half of them,
okay,
which is what I have here, right? And then you have, you slice up the other half, combine your heavy cream and your confectioner's sugar. You can use granulated sugar. I use confectioner's sugar because it dissolves really quick.
Okay.
Right? And this is all about being quick.
Sure.
Right?
When you say puree, are we putting it in the food processor? I'm new in the kitchen.
Okay, it's a great question. So you can put them, the strawberries that you've hulled, right, and cut in half, you can put them in a food processor, a blender, but if you don't even have either of those, you can just take a potato masher and just mash them all up, which is great, right?
Okay.
And that gets a puree. And as I say, you can use strawberries, you can use raspberries, you can use blueberries, or as you say,
mixed berries.
Mixed
Put them
berry,
all in, right?
A mixed berry. And then you want to whip your cream with the confectioner's sugar until it's nice firm peaks. Have your cookies ready. And then we're going to add the puree right in there. And then we're going to fold this guy together. And, you know, honestly, Teresa, this is delicious served just
as is.
Just as is. It's delicious. But if you want to take it a next step, you can build, which is what I kind of call it, you can build this trifle. And for the set, I brought along a really fancy one.
It's
right,
lovely,
right, for the dinner table or something like that. But if you're going to a picnic or a barbecue where you don't want to, or the beach, and you don't want to bring glass, you can bring just anything that's about 6 cups. Doesn't even need to be see-through, but I usually use see-through.
It's pretty, so you can see the layers, right?
It's pretty, and this is pink, so it's really pretty. So just to start, you put in 1 cup.
Okay.
Just about, you know, again, we're real casual here. And then if you want to help me just layer these guys, they just kind of go in, they can overlap slightly, not a big deal. And again, you can use vanilla, you can use ginger cookies are really delicious.
Really nice.
And then pile on one of the halves of the strawberries, just like that, into a layer. And then you're basically going to rinse and repeat. We're going to put in another cup, just about, and you can see I'm being really casual about this. And if it mounds up like it is right here, just take a little offset spatula or your rubber spatula, spread it out to cover the edges.
Pretty easy.
Really easy. Now, the only trick with this one is you have to do it ahead, because you have to give those cookies and the cream time to kind of mix
to mush together.
To mush together in a very, that's a technical term, isn't it? It is in my book. Yes, so then you just do that. So a day or 2 ahead is what you need to do.
That's great. Prepare it ahead of time when you have the time, right?
And you can do it, you know, any time of day.
Great.
And then just rinse and repeat here.
Abby, talk to me about your new cookbook. It's in the works. It's not going to be out for a little while, but you are working hard at it.
This time next year, you and I will be talking about the new book, but I've been working extensively on it. It doesn't have a title yet.
Okay.
Oh, I wish it did. It's a comprehensive baking book, about 200 recipes, and every single recipe will have how-to steps showing exactly how to assemble, to mix, to measure, to do exactly what we're doing here to really make baking foolproof.
Easier, right?
And
I like
easier.
the sound of that. Pretty good. Well, this looks delightful and easy to transport, perfect to bring to a barbecue. We'll have the recipe over on WTNH.com. Just click on Style. Abby, you have your website.
Yes, abbydodge.com.
Pretty easy. This whole segment has been easy, right? The key word here, but that's what we were trying to do. We'll dig into this at the end of the show.